Hello. It's not silksong time. It's time for some more Hollow Knight, in which this might be, the last stream for Hollow Knight. Because I think I'm close enough to where I'll probably beat the game today, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, that's what I usually put in there. Quick slash. And go back to my normal charm set from when I had to use Grimchild last stream to beat Nightmare King Grim. As much as he is a cute little guy. I think I'm gonna immediately head out for Queen's Garden, because I think that's where most of what I still need to do is. So I probably want to head for Queen Station. So I need to go out there and I need to get the because I need to defeat the Dream Warrior that's out there. I need to get the King Soul fragment from the White Lady. I need to get the Love Key for Collector's Tower. I honestly don't remember what else is out there, to be totally honest. Because I know I have a fair bit left to do, but I don't think it'll take me that long. Yeah, I think if I go through here, it'll bring me over to where the Shade Door entrance is to Queen's Garden. I do recall there being at least one or two other ways in, but this is my easiest way in since I have everything to get over here. And I have Shade Cloak, so I can get through the Shade Door. Oh yeah, I need to do the Pale Flower. So I'll probably set that up on my way out. Like I'll defeat all the enemies in my path to Grey Mourner from the flower on my way out. Like from where I need to deliver the flower. Hello, Cloth. The fact that the flower is actually mandatory to 100% the game is kind of rude. Because it gives you a mask shard and everything. It's actually important. I love the fact that I two-hit these flying ones. Because otherwise, they are really annoying. I'm gonna make sure to grab the map, because I might as well. I'm a little bit less learned in the path through here, so... Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. Oh. The map is in Zelda's shop, apparently. Even though I've only been in this place for like 2 seconds and didn't have access to the map while I was. I figured it was going to be kind of like Kingdom's Edge, where as much as I'd been close to... Like, I'd been really close to Cornifer too, and he just was still there. Oh, yeah, that's what this lower path was. Okay, I couldn't remember where that went, but it's to open this door But I don't really remember what's out this way, because I don't think this is a part of the... Oh, yeah, because you have to take the really long roundabout path to get up to Trader Lord the first time. And I think this goes down... Like, I think over here is where the key is that I need. I keep jumping too late. Dang. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's the key. And then I think further down just goes to that, like, chapel place. That is right next to, like, what's it called? Deep Nest and Fungal. There we are. Yeah, I was right on that. Didn't really need to go down there, because I don't think that's the quickest and safest route through. I'm trying to remember if you can take the tram or not when you have the pale flower. I'm guessing probably not. And I'm honestly not sure if I'd want to anyways. Well, no. Going directly into Crossroads could be pretty good. Because I don't really remember how I did this in my main save, and I don't think I've done it any more than the one time. I know you can't take the stags, which is fair, because then you could just teleport across the map. Which kind of circumvents the entire challenge. Actually, wait, through that door I think it's just immediately a bench. I might as well sit on it, even though I don't think I'll need it. I guess it's not quite immediately a bench, but pretty much. Oh, but you have to pay for this one. Can you break this glass? No, okay. I'm just gonna respawn this guy. I don't remember what's down this way. Which is why I'm headed down here, because there could very well be something I need. So it might just go to Deep Nest, I'm honestly not sure. One thing I know for sure is that I'm not taking a Deep Nest route through, because Deep Nest is out of the way already. Yeah, this is the top of Deep Nest, I think. I thought this room shortcut up to here. I wonder if you can actually climb up out or not, or if you have to specifically access it from that side. There could be a breakable wall further down that would prevent me from getting up. Actually, probably is, because I'm pretty sure I've been in that room, and I didn't see a way up up through the roof or anything. Alright, time for a part of the game that I originally struggled really bad with. I pretty much always struggled, I struggled with these guys a lot. And there's a good few waves of trader mantises in here. Does not. It's not nearly as much as it's not nearly as much of an issue anymore, thankfully. but I do suppose that's what a few hundred hours of playing this game can get you. Enough skill to at least make it through a lot of the spots that used to be challenging for me. Grub. I thought there was something through a wall over there or something, and I was right. And the stag station, I'm pretty sure you need to go around for. I think this is the room where the flower is, so I need to create a route from here. And then I also need to not screw up the platforming in this room once I make it here. Because especially that first jump is rather challenging. Okay, you can't just dash directly across, it's just tight spacing. Good to know. Couldn't quite recall if that was the case or not. However, I do know that this shortcut comes in major handy. Prevents you from having to go all the way around through a whole bunch of really dangerous spots. Oh yeah, the jumpy boys. There was a couple of rooms with these guys that got me killed. Because there's a couple of them that just have a lot of them. Because just like one or two of them isn't particularly challenging. Still, are we ever gonna dream nail this guy in the back or not? No, it'd be kind of cool if you could. It's also interesting that I'm pretty sure this is the. I'm pretty sure you get one of your crests from binding one of these in silksong. So it's kind of interesting that these really big guys are not just in Holonist. Oh, I suppose it kind of makes sense that bigger bugs would be more likely to be more widespread across the lands. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I'm pretty sure down here is the route down to the stag station and the dream fight. Yeah, because this is the dream fight and then right after it's the stag station. Which I'm pretty sure I also can't take the stagways to shortcut across the map, which is why I want to carve the path from this side, like from here to there, rather than from there to here. Because then I'd have to walk all the way back afterwards. That guy's kind of annoying sometimes. But we got him. And that gives you enough essence for Awoken Dream Nail as well. More than enough, actually. Make sure to open this by the stag station. And then continue on my way. I wonder if there's anything down in this little spot down here. Nope, there's not. Figured it was worth the check. Because I don't remember all the little nooks and crannies in this game. Because there's a lot of them. Wait, no, I need to go this way, I think. gets me an item, probably a journal or something. Oh, it's a seal, okay. I could have sworn there was access to a grub somewhere. Probably up here. Yep, that's right. And that's where I need to go after Trader Lord. Which is a different route. Actually, hold on. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Alright, we're back. To the Trader Lord. If I can remember how to get there, which I think I do. Why am I even bothering to fight all these? I don't need to be doing that. I'm just gonna keep taking damage. I do suspect that Trader Lord should be pretty quick and easy, because that is one of the bosses that I actually do have on Radiant. Because he is a boss that's really easy to read. You can usually tell exactly what he's going to do long before he actually does it. Yeah, he's just up here. Okay. So I do recall correctly where he is. Might as well grab this. I'm so bad at this part. I legitimately died multiple times to the parkour originally. And if I didn't die to the parkour, I was usually plenty low enough for him to just kill me afterwards. It's one that they actually shoot out spikes after you kill them, but maybe not. Maybe just do one last little short range burst. I kind of recall Trader Lord being almost immediately after that little parkour bit that I had a little bit of a struggle on, but I could be misremembering rather easily. Yeah, I thought I was gonna clip the ceiling because it's uneven. Gotta get that grub though. Dang it. Unless there gotta be a couple guys sitting there. God damn it. I accidentally swung the wrong way, knocking me away from the wall I needed to grab. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be able to jump out of that. It's really tight getting through there. What? I tapped the spacebar and it at least half hopped. And it just keeps eating my input for C-dashing. Okay. Come on! And then it just ate my input to jump? Okay, hold on. I need to go stab some things and get some soul back. Oh, this goes back into green path. I remember now. But I didn't open it from this side, which means I can't get anything from there. And I don't think collecting essence from trees gets me anywhere. I think the other path just takes me directly to Trader Lords. Okay, hold on. I think I have Dream Gate, so if I... Yeah, okay. And then I just warp back to my last bench to heal back up. Because it is so much easier than exiting and reopening the game, and then I spend my 1 essence to get back over there immediately and try again. I'm guessing Dreamgate also destroys the Pale Flower, but I suppose I don't know that. All for a grub. Oh my goodness, the delay out of a crystal dash when you hit a wall is rather annoying. And you can't pogo off that guy or he'll just get thrown into the roof. Yeah, I think you almost have to cancel the C dash early and double jump. And I jumped too high too early. Oh my goodness. I honestly don't know if or how I did this in my Steel Soul. Dang it. There we go. And then I'm just going to do the same trick again, because I don't want to go back down, and I need to get my health back anyways. Well, I don't want to go back down manually anyways, and I need to get my health back. I think I got an eyelash stuck in my eye. This is rather annoying. Whoop. I forgot about all the enemies down here. Oh, and the spikes, of course. I do know that touching their bodies does in fact hurt, so I'm gonna not do that. Here's the shade door, and Trader Lords is just up a little bit. That's some rather easy parkour, but I think I also struggled with a little bit. Yep, you get crushed by cloth. And I immediately fumbled. Oh, fumbling again. Oh, it's over. Good job, Cloth. I wonder if there's anything above this arena. No, there's not. Okay. It's rather sad that it's really hard to save Cloth. And pretty much the only way to do it is to exclude her from that fight. I don't remember the exact way to do it, though, because I don't think you can just simply leave her in... I think it's... Ancient Basin that she hides in the floor with the weird things attacking her. But I think if you just leave her there and beat Trader Lords, she still dies. So I don't remember exactly what you need to do, but I'm pretty sure there is a way to prevent her from dying. Anyways, hello, white lady. Can I have my thingy? Thank you. The white fragment. Goodbye. Okay, now I need to clear a path for getting the pale flower over here. Not looking forward to that. Suppose getting out of here is going to be more difficult than getting into here, isn't it? Okay. So... Without the map, this is going to be a little bit challenging, so I'm actually going to go up to Dirtmouth, and I'm gonna grab the map for this place so that I can try and trace a path through here. Oh yeah, Stag Nest is open because this was the last stag station, so I can grab that too before I head down. And that's a vessel fragment, which leaves one more. I do not recall where that one is, though. What all do I have left? There's actually quite a few more mask shards. Huh. I do think there is quite a bit more in Green Path that I haven't quite filled out yet. The good old hatched egg to suggest that there is still at least one more stag running around. Whee! Probably not actually faster than taking the stag, but still it's more fun. I forget if I've bought everything from this shop, or the supplies shop or not. Oh yeah, there's still the egg, of course. That's the stag station, so I did not need to go in there. I do know that I still need to go get the pale lurker from behind the Colosseum and do the last trial. But beyond that, I don't know where a lot of my percentage is that isn't just, like, working towards completion. I think I'm gonna drop down to Long Nail over Mark of Pride for the moment, just so I can use a compass while I trace my path through. And then I'll have to try and remember exactly what direction I went on the way over to Grey Mortar. It shouldn't be too hard to remember which way I went, but we'll see. Yeah, so I want to go to Queen's Gardens. And then, okay, if I open up the big map, so I need to get from over there, I'm guessing probably through Crossroads, actually. Okay, so I think probably the quickest, safest route through is probably across the Blue Lake, because I don't want to go through the elevator down through the entirety of City. and then take the fungal entrance. So I think it's probably across the Blue Lake, through the lower path of Crossroads, into Fog Canyon, down through Teacher's Archives route rather than the other route, because it's less things to have to worry about in there. And then it's pretty much straight across from there. I think that's probably the best route here. Because you are taking the flower pretty much across the entire map. It's not quite the longest possible distance, but it's pretty far. I think the longest possible distance is like the top of Crystal Peak to the bottom of Deep Nest, but I don't know for sure. What I do know for sure is I need to take out as many enemies as possible without sitting on a bench all the way through here. So I don't have to deal with them once I actually have the flower. Minimize my odds of getting hit. As much as I could run past a large portion of enemies. I'm trying to recall if these guys stay dead, and if it's worth clearing out the big ones or not. Because I'm almost certain the small ones respawn, but I don't remember if the big ones do. Okay, so the big ones don't. That's good. It is probably worth me clearing them out then. Because the less enemies that are in my path, the better. I almost instinctively went in to sit on the bench in Teacher's Archives. Dang, I still got hit by that. I figured I was probably gonna get hit by that one. But especially things like these guys are really good for just getting my health back immediately after anyways. Despite the fact that I'm clearing out the big jellyfish, I think the Fog Canyon is probably one of the safer and easier, well, maybe not safer, but easier places to clear out without having to sit on the bench. I suppose one dangerous thing about taking this path is that I have to worry about the, I actually forget what the electric versions of the Luma Flies are called. I need to make sure that I don't get hit by those. I do think I can just never go where any of them are, thankfully. But I can't exactly clear them out to ensure that they are unable to do anything. This puts me back up in Crossroads, which is good that I'm through there now. So I need to deal with these guys. Because they do not respawn, to my knowledge. This is one of the more dangerous rooms, because I need to be slow and careful about the golems. And also, Infected Crossroads is like the main reason that I need to make sure to clear the path. Because the infected venge flies are a huge problem. Okay, so I need to go across and down a bit. I'm also going to go into that room. Oh, wait, yeah, the room that I haven't gone into is not important. There's nothing in there. I think these guys, like the Aspids, I think unfortunately do respawn when I re-enter the room. Which is not ideal, but I should be able to get through the room before they're able to shoot, I think. I'm very glad that the infected bench flies, unlike the regular bench flies, do not respawn. Infected bench flies would be such a hassle to have to deal with on the way through here. And it would almost guaranteed make me take a different path. Well, don't respawn upon just simply re-entering the room anyways. Because obviously everything other than bosses respawns when you sit on the bench. Which is why you gotta clear this entire path without sitting on a bench. Otherwise you'll just respawn everything. Which is very much not what you want. Then, yeah, I think, if I recall correctly, I think you can just crystal dash from here back over to here. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about clearing any of the guys below. The only other enemies I need to clear out are the ones that I need to clear out on the way to Grey Mourner anyways. And I think there's a couple enemies just on the other side of the Blue Lake. Like I think there's one of the city guards and whatnot. I might swim the lake instead of crystal dashing across, because I do think bonking against a wall really hard, such as when you hit a wall out of a sea dash, does break the flower, which is definitely not ideal. Okay. At least the map of Hollowness isn't nearly as big as Silksong, so you don't need to worry about running across some, like, really stupidly, absurdly sized map. To get everything across. Well, I guess it's not everything across, it's literally just one thing, but still. Hopefully, I should be able to do this, like, pretty much first try. Because there shouldn't be much for me to worry about now. As long as I take the same path back through, that is. I gotta make sure I go up here instead of down there, or that husky will probably hit me. I'm guessing... Actually, I wonder if closing and reopening the game would still break the flower or not. Because if it doesn't, then I could just teleport back to the bench, pretty much. Which would put me, like, right at the flower. Like, I mean, I've already gone through all the effort of doing this, so I'm just gonna do this, unless I break it, in which case I'm gonna check and see if that is how that works or not. I'll crystal dash until I'm past the bench fly, because I don't want to have to deal with the bench fly that I didn't kill. But I don't remember exactly where I need to stop otherwise. I also need to make sure that I don't hit the wall crystal dashing here. Because I'm not like 100% sure that hitting that wall breaks it. Like hitting a wall out of a sea dash breaks it, but I don't really want to chance it. Yep. I thought aspids might respawn. Which is really not ideal. But thankfully they are one hit. This is a slightly different route. I don't remember if there's any enemies on it. I need to be careful here. Okay, we're good. Aspid Room's gonna be probably the most dangerous spot. So this next room. Because I need to make sure that I don't get hit by these guys. Thankfully I didn't. Actually, I think specifically to avoid respawning enemies, I may have taken a different route when I did this on my main save and went like way up and around. Absolutely not chancing the Gome just popping back out. Because I'm pretty confident I could have just gone back through, but I didn't really want to chance that. Like, I'm pretty sure I have enough time. Fog Canyon's the one that I just need to have a bit of patience with, because there's not a lot that can really get me as long as I'm patient and careful. Especially since I got rid of the big guys that are the only real thing that's ever in the way in this place. Because the little guys, you can usually either just maneuver around, or it's just an easy smack. Because you don't have to worry about them retaliating if you hit them on, like, the big guys. I think most of the hard part at this point is over, as I got through Crossroads. And I don't think any more enemies other than the jellyfish respawn after this point. And I'm almost in Queen's Garden because this place isn't exactly very big. So I don't even have to worry about those respawning. And then I guess there's the flying moss flies, or whatever they're called. The only other challenging part from here, if I recall correctly, is the actual room where you deliver the flower. Yeah, these guys don't have a very long aggro range and are very slow, so you don't really have to worry about them. And they're usually rather out of the way as well, so they're really a non-issue. So it doesn't really matter that they respawn. Okay, I need to go another room over. I know I've messed up that pathing before and gotten screwed over because I didn't clear out the enemies in a spot that I didn't technically need to. I think this is like the one room where they can actually be in the way. Okay, I need to like... There we are. Okay, we're good. Flower delivered. Hello. Yippee! I did it! And this time, I can just go to the stag station and take the stag over. Then I think I'm gonna head over to Kingdom's Edge to do Tower of Love, or Collector's Tower, or whatever it's called. I'm pretty sure it's technically called Tower of Love because it is the love key that you use for it. Get those grubs and the grub map. There might also be a mask shard in there, I don't remember. Resting grounds. In my main save, I'm pretty sure I delivered the flower to literally everyone who can take it. Which took a lot more time and effort I don't remember who the hardest person to deliver it to was, though. Probably Godseeker. Just on merit of where Godseeker is. Hello, Grey Mourner. I'm pretty sure this is a mask shard? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's only like 2 more mask shards and 1 more vessel fragment alongside a couple charms. And that's largely it, I think. Other than beating the game, of course. Maybe the Attack Station doesn't respawn enemies, because I think there should have been a Husky here. But there wasn't. Okay. King Station. I'm gonna have to remember where the entrance door is, because I don't particularly recall. I know it's somewhere along the left wall of Kingdom's Edge, but that's about all I can remember about it. At least I'm pretty sure that's where the entrance is. Dang, can you never one-shot those? Oh yeah, I guess I also have Trial of the Fool for a percentage. Which I'll probably do after I've grabbed the collector. This is the entrance? Yeah, this is definitely the entrance. And then down here is the shortcut for if you came here before you got the key. Which I'm gonna open anyways, but I don't really need to. I also probably could have switched back to Mark of Pride, because I don't really need the compass anymore. To make sure that I'm staying my course. But I don't feel like going back to a bench right now. As much as I could do the whole set Dream Gate, do what I need to, and then teleport back. That can be really annoying if you don't one-shot the things he spawns. So I'm very glad that I can. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to attack me directly yet, because usually he does that at least once during this fight. But guess not this time. I do wonder what the whole deal with the collector is, because he does appear to be made of void. But there's not a lot of void beings other than the siblings and the tendrils, I guess. and see what grubs I've missed, because I'm sure there's a couple. Especially since there's probably a fair bit in Green Path that I don't have. There's another one in Kingdom's Edge that I missed. One under the King Station. Oh yeah, that room in Crystal Peak. Yeah, there's 3 in Green Path. Can't say I'm surprised about that one. But that's, what, 5 left? No, 6. And most of them are in kind of strange areas. Other than the ones in Green Path that I just simply didn't get yet. Because I left Green Path way before I got everything from in there. I don't think I even have thorns yet. But I think I should be in and around 100% now. Only 95. Because I saw it as 92 upon loading this back up. So I'm wondering if the grubs behind Collector don't count for percentage or something? Or if maybe Collector himself doesn't technically count? I'm not sure, because I've only gained 3 percentage despite collecting I think 5 different things already that would have, under a more typical circumstance, given me 1% each. Because I don't think half the King's Soul counts for a percentage. Dang, I thought I could pogo that, but I couldn't. Turns out I didn't have any reason to go that particular direction. I'm definitely putting back on Mark of Pride for Trial of the Fool. Because there's a bench right outside of it, and I want to be in peak form when doing it. Hello. I've come to pay you so I can go beat up some people and get a bunch more money. Even though I don't think I have much use for the money anymore. I might need to get Salubra's Blessing for a percentage, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And I have to return to Salubra as well. I'm not 100% sure if it's a percentage, but it's something that very well could be. Actually, before I do Trial of the Fool, I'm gonna go do Pale Lurker. Okay, it's just this that's out here. I couldn't remember what all was behind that specific break of the wall. I do know, however, that Pale Lurker is out here. Pale Lurker is a rather strange fella. It's also interesting that he's referred to as pale, considering the fact that a lot of the beings that are referred to as pale are higher beings. Seriously? I missed the spell. Flail all you want, I don't care. And then he burrows away like the little rat he is. And there he goes. Simple key. I figured if picking up the Wanderer's Journal is a percentage or not as well, so I should probably grab that from the Hunter when I'm doing stuff in Green Path again. I forgot how much I have to do in Green Path, honestly. Oh yeah, I could have just gone back out the gate that's there. But that guy is a percentage, though, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I think I need the key for it. Okay, so I don't think he's technically a so I guess he's not technically a percentage. But I think I do need the key. I wonder if there actually is enemies in there, or if it's just something that's occasionally creating the particles and tossing one of the things. Because if I had to guess, there is actually one of the guys that throws those things in there. That just throws it at something repeatedly. Oh yeah, I need to like actually specifically sign up for the trial. And then I can go in. Because you can, I guess, redo the old trials if you want to. Oh yeah, I should have grabbed Awoken Dream Nail while I was down there grabbing the Mask Shard. Oh yeah, I forgot about how quickly they just pop out spikes and kill the guys that just placed on the ground 2 seconds ago. And it's really easy to heal against these. And then I screw up swinging before turning around, rather than turning around before swinging. Oh yeah, I forgot about the infected venge flies in this one. This part you can survive by just sitting in a corner. An upper corner, of course. Oh yeah, the armored jumpy boys. No, they're still only 2 hit though. They set this after the previous one, because there was the part where there was more of them in a similar situation just before they added the platforms. Oh my goodness, I am fumbling hard. Gosh dang, primal aspids. She'll be able to sit down and heal while she's stuck down there. Always good to have these little tricks of getting enemies stuck in case you start to get low on health. Oh yeah, then it's the not the golems, the centipede fellas. Seriously? That did actually hit me? Thought I was gonna miss by like a hair. Oh yeah, they got traitor mantises in here. Dang it. These guys are usually pretty easy to heal against if you can get them to keep their distance for just long enough for a heal anyways. Just to get a bit of extra healing out rather than just getting the healing from after beating them. Oh yeah, the soul guys now. where we get to see the electric variant, which I think would have been pretty cool to show up somewhere else in the game. And then these guys only spawn properly once you've gone wherever they want you to be. Oh, I forgot there was another soul warrior in here. Let me jump. Really? He teleported right as I swung, so I couldn't get my double jump back or anything. These guys are really annoying. In this particular arena, at least, maneuvering away from the lightning can be a rather large challenge. Provided they live long enough to get you with the lightning. Another soul warrior? How many of these guys they got? Oh damn, I just got thrown because I was healing when it closed in like that. I'd rather stay on the walls when it's like this. You can very easily abuse that. I seem to recall the journal entry saying something about it being the last of its kind or something, so I don't know how they have one here. Oh, this is the one where they make it look like it's gonna be you just get eaten thing, and then it's more just a last minute dodge. Probably one of the easier parts of this trial. And, yep, another no floor section. Huh, I just poked at that guy without it actually counting. Like I didn't deal any damage or anything. Probably play a little more carefully. Okay, platforms in a moment to heal. Jumpy boys, which will more likely than not end up jumping into the spikes at some point. It is still quite an onslaught of things to dodge. So it's not exactly easy, as much as you don't actually have to fight them. This is the everything at once, so I think I'm getting close to God Tamer. Usually once they start mixing all the enemy types together, this is when you're getting close to the final boss, I find. Seriously? You didn't want to let me jump out of that? Oh my goodness! Not going as I had anticipated. At this point with my practice with God Tamer, I do think the trial itself is more difficult than the final boss. As challenging as God Tamer is. Hello there. It was good to learn that you just need to kill the God Beast and not the Tamer. As much as defeating the Tamer does make it easier, so when I have the opportunity, I do get my hits in. And that's game. See, he's easier than the rest of the trial. Money! Don't know what I'm gonna spend it all on, but I have money. Okay. I guess from here I start grabbing grubs. Like I should go grab the grub at the bottom of the Kingdom's Edge, as well as the one under King's Station. And then I should do whatever I have left in Green Path. I should also get Awoken Dreamnail and do White Palace. How many charms am I missing? 4. I recall where 2 of them are give or take. 3 actually, because there's one, because I have Shape of Un, I have Grubberfly Elegy, I have Thorns, and there's one more, which I think is going to be this one that I don't remember what it is, or where it is. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna head out through this way. So it's probably faster to go down this way than it is to go all the way around and grab the King Station grub first. Might have to turn my custom night skin off for a moment just so I can take a look at the default styles of everything. Okay, so on the big map, it shows to be just under here, so I wonder if it's actually above Isma's Grove instead of... oh, there's actually a spot in Kingdom's Edge. Okay, so it's actually technically in Kingdom's Edge from the looks of it. Because it looks like there's a room in Kingdoms that I never entered. I guess I didn't spend a whole lot of time in the little side areas of Kingdom's Edge, so it kind of makes sense that I'm missing a couple grubs down here. Oh, that goes up into Waterways, technically, so it is in Waterways, above Isma's Grove. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna grab the one in Kingdom's Edge and then go to Waterways then. So... hold on. Actually, wait, that's gonna be in the Hive, isn't it? That looks like it's going to be a side room in the Hive based on where it's placed. I honestly don't remember there being 2 grubs in the Hive, but maybe there is. And I just forgot about the second one. So that's very much where that looks to be. fumbling about. Dang it. I didn't want to leave the room. I keep fumbling. Oh. Oh, there is a bee in here. I thought there might have been bees in this hallway, but I didn't see them. Like, I didn't see any. Okay, so I think it looks like there could be a grub up in this corner or something. I'm really not quite sure. Yeah, maybe it's not in the hive, and it just kind of looks like it could have been from how close it is. Gonna have to go back across now to look around. Ouch. Rude. It's interesting how important lore-wise the hive is, but how little the hive is actually, like how little of a part of the game the hive is in the game itself. Because you only come here for like a couple things, and it's rather hidden, so a lot of people would never actually find it. I suppose it's more important to Silksong's lore than it is to this game's lore. I think this is the part that goes up to waterways. I guess I'll just do that while I'm closer to this. I'm guessing I didn't do this because I think... Wait, why didn't I go up here? Because I instinctively checked almost every other place. But I didn't check here for some reason. Does this drop you into Isma's Grove? Oh, no. Okay, so this spits you out just a little before Dung Defender, I think? Because there's no way this is Isma's, right? No, that's the crack in the wall that brings you up into City. I think this does spit you out at Isma's. That's actually a really interesting route through here. I do wonder if you still need to do Dung Defender or not, though. Yeah, this is 100% Isma's. Huh. I honestly forgot this is a way through here. Though I feel like, I'm pretty sure you need to hit that lever in order to actually reach the tier. Which means you need to defeat Dung Defender, regardless. Still interesting, though. I do wonder... I don't think I've ever actually been over there before defeating Dung Defender, though, so I should check that out sometime. See what's different. Because this game is pretty good at making sure that you get places when you should be there. Because you're a lot more likely to encounter Dung Defender than you are to encounter Like, you're more likely to encounter your Dung Defender before you find Ismas than the other way around. I do like a breakable floor or something that I missed over here. Though I don't know where I'd missed it. Putting compass back on wouldn't have been a bad idea here, since I'm now looking for the grubs. I don't know where exactly I am in the long room. Okay, so that puts me there. Where is that grub? Because that would mean that if it was a breakable floor, I'd already passed it. And there's no way it's a wall, because that then... like a wall from out here, because then I'd be going through the hive, which I don't think there's a wall into the hive from over here. Huh. Maybe it is in the hive somewhere and I still missed it despite going back through the hive? Oh, you know what? I'm almost certain it is in the hive. I think after you beat the Hive Knight, you can go up or down to the right. And up is a grub, and I must not have gone up. A little bit annoying that I have to backtrack all the way over back to the hive again. And that there's not just a shortcut out the right side of the hive after beating Hive Knight. This is just the entrance into the grub room, so this is not the way I need to be going. Even though I just went through here, I'm somehow already forgetting the directions I need to go. Yeah, I feel like getting to Isma's Grove that way is such a roundabout way to do it as well. Because it requires you to go to Kingside City, and then... actually, you need to clear Deep Nest, like a lot of Deep Nest first, in order to get the tram pass. Not Kingside City. So you need to do a bunch of Deep Nest, and then... take the tram over to Kingdom's Edge. And from there, you could manage to get into Isma's from there. And you have to do all of that before doing Royal Waterways. Which, just to the order that most people naturally encounter things, that's just a thing that probably wouldn't happen. Okay, never mind, it's up there. I see now. There's a thing in the ceiling. You need to crystal dash across and then cancel at the right timing and then jump up in. There we are. Okay, so it wasn't a thing after Hive Knight after all, it was just me not checking the ceiling. Okay. I think almost everything I have left to do is in Green Path now? I'm gonna see where my last warp was. Okay, that's still a better spot to be than backtracking manually. I want to get to a stag station so I can go to Green Path. Finish exploring all the stuff in there. Oh wait, I need to keep going, 'cause I'm going out to City of Tears. Oh, you fall in behind the chain of the elevator. I actually never noticed that. So I feel like most other chains in one... Well, I guess these 3 chain ones, you pass in front of the 2 in the back, and the one that actually pulls the elevator up, you do go behind. Okay. I actually never paid close enough attention to notice that, I guess. And then I can take the stag. Oh, you know what? That's what the other charm I'm forgetting is. Where I need to get all the lifeblood, and I need to bring it to the lifeblood door in the abyss. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. That's going to be a nuisance, running around Hollow Nest collecting all the lifeblood. I'm definitely going to get the lifeblood marker for that, so I can just see where all the lifeblood was that I had already found. But I think you just need at least 14 hearts or something of lifeblood. I'm definitely doing Green Path first, though, and then I'm also going to get Dream Nail and, like, Awoken Dream Nail and whatnot. Just because I want to, I just want to do all of my Abyss stuff as soon as I go back to the Abyss. I'm going to put my compass back on real quick, actually. Just because it's easier than just trying to remember where places are. Yes, I'm just going across and then back down a bit. Because I don't remember exactly which room the Thorns room is. I seem to recall it being on the left side, like a room that you go from right to left somewhere. But I don't remember exactly where. Okay, so there's a room here that I haven't done yet. Which I don't remember at all. It all's over here. Okay, so that goes down into there. Which I don't know that there's anything in that particular drop-down area. Another room here that I also haven't been in. Okay, I think this is just a shortcut through Green Path after you have the dashes and whatnot. But I need to be on this side of Green Path anyways for some of my grubs. Actually, I think, yeah, because there's 2 of my 3 remaining grubs. No, 2 of my 4 remaining grubs, because there's the one in Crystal Peaks that I forgot to get. It's probably because I never went through the elevator exit. I can't think of any other reason I'd have forgotten to grab the grub over there. Get up in there? Probably not. Yeah, no. Huh. Interesting. I'm pretty sure you can... Yeah, you can make that as soon as you get dash. I probably just didn't circle back around because I forgot there was a grub over here. yeah, grab Chandra's journal as well. Because I don't recall if that's a percentage or not. I'm actually going to quickly check my percentage before and after. So 96. And then picking up the Hunter's Journal is not a percentage. Okay. Figured I'd check for future reference in case I do any more completion runs. That grub I probably just completely forgot about. Otherwise I probably would have gotten him like right away. I don't think you even need dash for him technically. There's a room at the right side of this room that I haven't taken yet. Oh yeah, no eyes. How did I forget about no eyes? That's gonna be a percentage for sure. Actually, I wonder if grubs aren't technically percentage, and just the things you get from them are. Because there are a lot of grubs in this game, so if they were all 1%, then they'd be a large portion of the game's completion percentage. So I'm actually guessing that the grubs probably aren't percentage now that I think about it. Collect my essence, even though I don't really need it. Plus, I don't know if you actually get the percentage if you don't actually collect the essence. Damn! Actually, I guess it's only 200. I thought it was 300 for a second. But I would be mistaken on that. Then I think there's something out behind here. Ah, one of the mask shards! Okay, so that's one shard left that I need to find somewhere. And one vessel fragment. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to take this route through and then take the route that I took in out. But, double jump in a simple, well, relatively simple spike pogo will get you in there all the same. Then, yeah, I need to go into the room that I entered from the opposite side. But that's one of the first times I've ever actually seen a room completely disconnected from its main room. Like from the rest of its area. Because you enter from one side and then don't go all the way through and enter from another side. I'm sure there's more cases of that existing. It's just, for the most part, it doesn't happen. I think you could relatively easily do it with City of Tears. You could just never go into the, like, main tower in the middle. Front, like, I guess the tower on, fungal side of the city. And then go to King's side. I do know there are a couple things in this room. But I think the first thing's money, then there's a grub. And then I think there might be something else as well. So it seems to recall there being 3 rewards in this room that require various quantities of skill and abilities. It sounds like it's either a mask shard or a vessel fragment. Vessel fragment. Huge. It's the last fragment. So I don't need to keep wondering where that is. I still don't remember where the last mask shard is. I guess guess I should climb the room I haven't climbed yet in here, just to make sure that it's not in there. I don't think there's anything in there, and that it's just more alternate paths through the area. But it's worth a check regardless. Just in case it is where the mask shard is. I'm very happy that I don't have to do the essence trees at the very least. If I had to do all the essence trees, that would be such a nuisance. I just realized after I do the climb, I'm gonna go like immediately back down because I need to get Shape of Un. And then I also need to figure out where Thorns is hiding. I'm gonna sit on the bench here for a second, just to update the map. Okay, so there is another room in the climb that I haven't done yet, so there's almost certainly something in there. I'll just check what's in that room at the bottom of it, and then pretty much immediately go back out. Because that could actually be Thorns. I'm really not certain. I just thought Thorns was in a room that goes from right to left. It could be a left to right room. I could just be misremembering things, which is not uncommon. Well, it's definitely at least something. Probably Thorns. I just probably misremembered where it was. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I keep trying to not hop too high, and which would cause me to hit the ceiling, but then I just like super short hop and then dash directly into the spikes, which is not any better. Yeah, this is Thorns. I just forgot where it was. I actually used to use Thorns of Agony quite a lot, because I got hit a very large amount. I was terrible at dodging, like, anything ever. And I mean, I suppose I still get hit by things quite a bit, but not as much as I used to. Green Path is such a great soundtrack, though I suppose, like, literally all of the music in this game is really good. I feel like I say that a lot for both games. That's because it's just a genuine fact. This game has crazy good music. Oh wait, no, this isn't the room I need to go into. Where's the lake again? The lake is up. Okay. It's honestly cool how many higher beings we see in this game alone. I think there's... what, like... 4 confirmed, potentially 5, depending on whether or not the Lifeblood creature is actually technically a higher being. Though it is highly likely that the Lifeblood beast is. Because Shade Lord's a higher being, Radiance is a higher being, Un's a higher being, Pale King's a higher being. Then there's, of course, the Lifeblood Beast, which is assumed, but not confirmed. Because we actually don't know very much about it at all. Which I really do hope that there is another Hollow Knight game that focuses a bit more into the Lifeblood. Hello, friend. Goodbye. He was just chilling. I'm gonna leave him be. Oh yeah, Queen's in the little lake here. Hello, friend. Cool. I like this guy. Okay, so I need to go get the last grub so I can get grubber fly. Oh, you know what? I wonder if the last master shard is with the grubs. I'm not sure if I've gotten the last of the rewards that aren't grubber fly's elegy from the grubs yet. It's probably quicker to just run back to the green path stag, then to teleport back and get the King Station stag. Or wait, I actually forget where my last warp was now that I think about it, but I'm pretty sure the closest stag to that is further than this one. Well, actually, might not necessarily further, but I think it takes longer to get there. Just because you can't, like, crystal dash over that entire lake like I did. Just there. I'm gonna check and see if I got the elevator or not. Because I'm not quite sure if I did. I don't think I ever grabbed the elevator, even when I went back up to get the flame from up there. Yeah, it's not coming down right now. I'm gonna unlock this real quick, just because I don't recall if this is a percentage either. And, I mean, I'm already over here and I have the keys. I forgot that she goes to bed eventually. I'm not gonna bother to go find Zote to save Great Prince Zote, because I don't feel like it. Great Prince, though, is not at all necessary. I do have him in my main save, just because I feel like doing Pantheon 5 without Great Prince Zote is just a lot less of an achievement. And so I have him there for pure bragging rights. Because I think he might just be one of the hardest fights in the game, if not the hardest fight in the game. Though I haven't done Absrad yet, so I can't really judge everything. And yes, this is factoring in Pantheon 5 Markov. He is bad, but he's not that bad. I can usually manage. Great Prince Zote, however, is a pretty consistent run-ender for me. And then Umu's really good at burning a decent bit of my health, because he's just annoying. Really, just the entire last stretch before Pure Vessel and Absrad is just a huge difficulty. I don't remember everything that shows up in a row there, but it's... I do know that Great Prince Zote followed by Nightmare King Grim is already challenging enough. Thank you, and thank you for the clarification, because a lot of the people, I feel like a lot of the people that come in here and open with your avatar looks good or something along those lines are immediately trying to sell art. Like, I mean, I'll take the viewer interaction because they'll usually stick around and interact for a minute, but it is a little bit annoying. Though it is still kind of at least interesting to get them to show me their art, because I do like to at least look at that stuff, even with no intention of actually buying any. Yeah, you're actually coming in right towards the end of at least 108%. Yeah, well, sometimes they actually do have some knowledge of the game and whatnot, so they'll, like, talk about it for a second at least, but... It's something, at least. Oh, dang. Yeah, I've had a couple that'll interact with, like, my stream in general, just briefly. Like, I think the first one that I had show up on, like, when I was playing Silksong, did actually entertain my whole I don't know what to play next, in which, at the time, I think I had come to the conclusion that I was going to play Outer Wilds, and then I played Hollow Knight instead. I think they had originally suggested, shoot, what was the name of the game again? It was a horror game, I remember that much. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Outer Wilds, and I've played no more than, like, 10 minutes of it. Because even since the moment I bought it, like right towards the beginning of the year, I bought it with the intention to play it live on stream at some point. But then I decided to play Hollow Knight first, because I hadn't streamed that just yet. And I thought it would be at least somewhat interesting thing to play immediately after Silksong, because I hadn't played it yet. Well, not on the stream. Like, Hollow Knight better than... Silksong was really good. I loved it. The final boss... hold on. Have you played all the way through it? I don't want to spoil anything. Yeah, I think... Honestly, so my favorite game changes a lot, and for a long while Hollow Knight was my favorite, but I think currently Elden Ring's my favorite. Okay, so yeah, the final boss of Act 3 was really, really difficult to an almost absurd degree. But beyond that, the game was really fun. Like, there was a couple of spots where, like, there was a little bit of annoyance here and there, but largely the game was good. Like, really good. Probably one of the best games I've played this year. Potentially better than Elden Ring? I'm not sure. Hollow Knight will always have a very special place in my heart, though, beyond anything else. Even if it isn't necessarily, at a given moment, specifically my favorite game. I remember them nerfing Morwing. I don't know what Morwing's like post-patch, actually. And I'm rather curious, because I'm pretty sure I beat Morwing in either my first or second stream, like, immediately after the game came out. I forget if this guy actually gives you anything after you collect all the growths. No, I guess not. Like, I couldn't remember if he did anything after you swallow it all. Ah, okay. I do remember him being really challenging. but I don't know if we necessarily need a nerf, because the game in general is just really challenging. Which is kind of noticeably very intentional. Yeah, it was, especially since I hadn't played that much Hollow Knight in my time leading up to Silksong, with the fact that I'm pretty sure it does expect you to have some of the skill from it. Yes, the game is very beautiful, very fun, very challenging. And as with this game as well, the soundtrack is great. Where in the world is this last mask shard? What am I missing? I know I'm missing a mask shard somewhere, but I think I'm just gonna go do Abyss first. Which means I need to go collect all my lifeblood hearts. Because I'm pretty sure the charms behind the last charm I need is from behind the lifeblood door. I honestly might like the soundtrack of Silksong just a little more, but I'm not 100% sold on that. They both have really good music. I guess I should equip my lifeblood charms as well for this, just to maximize the amount of lifeblood I have before having to collect the other stuff. Actually, I forget if Joni's Blessing even counts. Hold on, I'm gonna double check that before I put Joni's Blessing on. Yeah, it does change the look of a couple of the charms. It is pretty interesting. I don't know if they updated the skin after Silksong came out or not, because this was a long... I installed this skin a long while before, but... Okay, so I largely just remember where the charms are rather than what they look like. So... Plus it doesn't change that many of them. Actually, I guess it is a fair portion now that I'm looking at it. Give or take half. I usually use the same, like, 4 charms, though, for most of the game. And I installed it long after I had first beaten the game. I think I was doing a fresh playthrough or something by the time I'd put it on. Okay. Well, I'm definitely using Joni's Blessing then, because... it, hold on, how many hearts is that? Okay, so I just need 2 more lifeblood then. Because that combination of charms gets you, I guess, 14 lifeblood hearts. So, hold on. Where is the closest lifeblood to a stag? Because I'm pretty sure you keep your lifeblood when you, like, your bonus lifeblood traveling through a stag, so I'm just gonna grab one from a stag, which is probably honestly the one in Green Path, looking at it. I just need to be careful not to lose any of the lifeblood along the way. I feel like needing 16 instead of 15 lifeblood hearts is such a reasonable trade-off for using Joni's Blessing. Considering just how many lifeblood hearts you get out of Joni's Blessing. Especially if you have all of your masks and whatnot. Which I guess I'm actually 1 mask short, but I also have heart. Actually, I bet you that's why you need 16 instead of 15, because if you had Joni's Blessing, all the mask shards, and heart equipped with Joni's Blessing and the other lifeblood thing. Oh, well, if you only need 15, then if I had all the mask shards, I could just equip those charms, like a specific set of charms, and go straight for the door. But I forget where the last shard is that I need, so I'm just gonna do this first. And then I'm pretty sure I can just take the stag down to Hidden Station. Oh yeah, it's time to go get Awoken Dreamnail. I haven't done that yet. I've had it available for a while, but I just keep forgetting to pick it up. Like, do you want my favorite boss in each game, or my favorite boss between them all? Because if I had to pick between them all, that's going to be a really hard choice. But one from each game, and I might be able to determine something. Okay, it's still going to take me a second to think about it, especially since I have to recall a bunch of the bosses from Silksong, because they are not quite fresh on my mind. Grandmother Silk, as much as she's cool, feels really anticlimactic, so it's probably not going to be her for Silksong. Damn. What is my favorite boss in each game? I want to say Grim is probably my favorite in this game, because he's just a really fun fight overall. Other than that, it's maybe Radiance, because I actually have a lot of fun fighting Radiance as well. I might need to like pull up a list of all the Silksong bosses to remember their names, because I don't really remember the names of a lot of them. I know that Clockwork Dancers, or whatever they're called, and Clover Dancers were both really fun fights. Yeah, one of the main reasons I'm actually bothering to do Pantheon 5 beyond just getting the achievement, to have 100% of, like, to have all the achievements on Steam, is the fact that I actually really want to fight Absrad. Because Radiance is already a really fun fight. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're good. I thought I'd screwed up a jump and was probably going to fall in spikes like I always do when I just blindly fall. Yeah, it's been a tough battle trying to get to Absrad. Alright, I should hopefully have enough hearts regardless, because I think I have 16. Yeah, I want to say it's something like a 25-minute run back, give or take. Huge. I think I did this way earlier in my main save and had to collect a good number of the lifeblood things. I need to make sure I grab the arcane egg while I'm in here. Yeah, that's fair. I'd probably have an easier time getting through it if I didn't play so stupidly aggressive, because I do not take as much time as I should in some bosses. But I have a stupid amount of practice with some of the bosses, like some of the earlier bosses. recall correctly, the egg's down here. Yeah, that's the egg. Yeah, I have a couple of specific bosses that I'm well practiced with, and a lot of the earlier bosses. So I can get through the early parts of the Pantheon really quickly. It's not a very graceful way through, but it's fast. Because it ends up with me doing things like taking half my health on, like, Gruzmother or something. If I took my time, I could very easily no-hit Gruzmother. Gruzmother? I actually don't know how to pronounce that. I just call her Gruzmother. I could do it without taking much damage, if any at all. But I don't. Yeah, that arena is rather annoying. That arena would make it rather difficult to not take any damage, but yeah, I've gone most of the game without Shriek just because I really didn't want to run all the way back here. That's the Shriek style of it over Wraiths. I think all the spells have their own unique thing. I'm not a huge fan of... I think it's a regular Fireball, because wait, did I... Hold on. Because I think that... Hold on. I apparently never grabbed the Shade upgrade to Fireball. I've been through the elevator shaft, and I think I've killed that warrior already, but I guess I never grabbed the upgrade. Because I don't like the Shade version of Fireball for the skin too much. Is what I was going to try and show off, but instead I showed off the actually pretty cool default Fireball. Well, I suppose that's another thing that I need to go grab. Alongside grabbing Awoken Dream Nail. I can't believe I never grabbed that. I've been right there so many times. Because I've taken the shortcut through the elevator shaft a good number of times already. I can't believe I never grabbed that. Huh. I'm definitely gonna grab Awoken Dreamnail first. But then I'm gonna go grab that before I go into White Palace, because I fully intend to do Path of Pain. It's one of the few very unnecessary things that I actually intend to do. To get, like, 108%. Because I'm pretty sure it's 108 without doing any of the Pantheons. And then I might do the first 3 Pantheons. Maybe. Anything past that is unlikely but possible, I guess. That I'll do it at some point here on stream. But probably not. Pantheon 4 is still very, very challenging for me. I'm incredibly bad at Pure Vessel. Like, really insanely bad at Pure Vessel. To the point of which I'm very confident that I am going to need the Lifeblood Hearts that I got from doing the bindings individually on the first 2 Pantheons, to beat Pantheon 5 on merit of the extra health for beating Pure Vessel. Oh, you have the other Mask Shard. That's where it is. I forgot about the 1,500 reward that I just never came back and got because I decided to just get it when I got Dreamnail. Well, Awoken Dreamnail, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Dreamnail animations don't exist on this skin for some reason. So she just kind of shakes. It's very silly. Okay, I'm gonna take this very interesting charm set off. Oh, wait, I can only put greed on instead of heart. I'm a little, yikes. I forgot which one was which. I wouldn't have even had to go get any lifeblood. Dang it. Whatever. Okay, wait. Yes, we need to go get Fireball from City. And then I can go grab the other half of the King's Soul and then go into Birthplace. And then beat the game, I think? I think that's everything that I need. Hold on. Percentage? 105. Yeah, I think that's everything. I'm pretty sure. Though I could just be completely wrong. I honestly don't remember everything. Though I have pretty naturally come across just about everything, if not everything this time. Unlike my first playthrough of the game, in which I had to look up where a lot of stuff was. I don't remember everything I had to look up where it was, but it was a fair bit of things. Oh, wait, yeah, I guess I did have to look up where Nosk was, because I couldn't remember for the life of me where Nosk was. I haven't... Huh. Apparently I've come through here a bunch of times, but I haven't even beaten this guy. I really could have sworn I'd done this already, but it's probably because I had just gone through that door and used the shortcut so many times. So I just assumed that I'd already beaten this guy and grabbed the upgrade. Now I can show you what the shade version looks like, which is that, which I don't think looks as cool as the default one. Not as fun of an animation. Hold on, I'm trying to remember where the shortcut is with the elevator. I somehow already forgot. Oh yeah, because that's where. Okay, the shortcut was right there, and I just. Yep. I don't know how I get lost so easily in this game so frequently, despite how much time I have in this game. Getting the speedrun achievements took an unreasonable amount of planning, especially since I was really stupid and decided that I was just gonna grab them while I was doing my Steel Soul achievements. I don't know why I did that. It was stupid. Wait, what am I doing again? Oh yeah, I need to go... White Palace. Yeah, I think I just had, like, I pulled up a complete map of Hollownest, and I just kind of roughly planned a route through the game. So I had a very specific order in which I wanted to do things. Yep, it's White Palace time. Which means it's also time for Path of Pain. Which I don't think will take me that long. I've done it a couple times. Yeah, the speedrun achievements on Steel Soul were you need to go really fast. It's like you don't need to go stupid fast. Like obviously you can go a lot faster. I've seen speedrun times, but there was a lot of rather cheap logouts. Because there was a good few times that I was very, very close to dying and decided that I wasn't going to have that happening. Because I had given it enough tries. I was getting tired of it, but yet I was still determined I was going to do it all in one run. I could have just not done it all in one run and had a much easier time. I'm pretty sure you can save a lot of time by doing the shade skip into getting the dream nail. I'm gonna get lost through White Palace so much. I do not remember my way through here too well. As much as it is a pretty linear path, there are a couple spots that are like mostly just getting lost on my way back through an area by trying to go quicker on my way back. Alright, we're back. Just had to do something quickly. Ouch. I do not remember a lot of the main Path of Pain room. Well, rooms. Not the main Path of Pain rooms, the main White Palace rooms. So I'm probably going to struggle through here more than struggling through Path of Pain. Considering the fact that I've put a lot more time into Path of Pain than I did the rest of White Palace. Oh, okay, so you just respawn sitting there. That's good. I'm pretty sure Path of Pain, my first time through, took me a good couple hours, at least. But I think my follow-up completions of Path of Pain were only like, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe? I just fumbled that so hard. And so I'm hoping that when I do Path of Pain again, that it once again doesn't take me too long or cause me nearly as much pain. Hold on. I'm trying to remember the route through this place because I started doing weird shortcuts on follow-up ways through here, and so I don't really remember where to go. A lot of the non-Path of Pain rooms are a little open-ended.
Ooh.
They have a noticeably intended route, but it's not always the easiest route through. I don't know why I tried to go on that timing. That was not very smart of me. I didn't realize you could actually just slide past the saw by clinging to the wall. On that wall too. That actually is a little easier to go that way. Dang it. Oh, you can't just jump down? There's a little gap there? Huh. I did not realize there was just a small gap. I wonder if you could just dash between these. Hold on. No, I'm not testing that again. Wait, what? That's not count. Isn't kind of the safe spot? Seriously? I have no words. Other than I am dumb. Ah, yes, hitbox. Definitely much easier to go to that platform. Definitely much easier to go over that saw. You gotta be kidding me. What am I doing? I really hope this is not a show of how Path of Pain is going to go. Got caught on the upper saw. Dang it, I accidentally dashed over the platform. At this rate, I'm gonna die in here. This is not good. Bro, it keeps eating my jump and just using my double jump instead. What? I'm pretty sure my nail just went directly through the saw blade. That's not great. Bro! What is my doing? Why does there have to be so few King's Idols in here, too? The friggin' soul refills would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, you gotta be joking. Okay. Well, now I need to go through that again. Ooh. I genuinely despise the rest of White Palace more than most parts of Path of Pain at this point. I suppose you can, but the spot that I was in you can't because there's no servants there. But I should have done that on the earlier part where I could. I should also pick up Salubra's Blessing, because I keep forgetting to do that. And I short hopped. Oh, I jumped too high that time. I really hope this isn't just going to be how Path of Pain turns out. Because it very well end up turning out this way if I keep fumbling. The curse of being on camera. simply can't be as good as you truly are when people are watching. No! I grabbed the ledge, but I didn't manage to wall jump in time. No! I should have just double jumped off that ledge instead of... This particular section's annoying. Probably one of my least favorite spots in the entirety of the White Palace. There we go. That doesn't even give you very much soul, does it? "100% just to ensure that I don't take too long through Path of Pain." Oh, I'm probably gonna use, like, Hive Blood and stuff. Oh boy. There we go. Oh yeah, this little tiny spot. Oops. Okay. I think I'm most of the way through at this point. Dang it. I forgot how annoying some of these spots in White Palace are. Probably need to C-dash through there, which is a little more stupid. There we go. Just needed the crystal dash. Alright, time to go hit Path of Pain. I'm pretty sure Path of Pain is, like, right before you go up to the throne. I think it's just up there, so I'm gonna switch over my charm set now. I'm gonna want that. I'm gonna put that on for the King's Molds at the end. And that leaves me with one more notch. I don't know what to do with one more notch. Thorns of Agony. Actually, that might be bad in some spots. I don't know, I'll just leave it as is, I guess. Actually, I probably should have gone for more of a spell setup so I could just, Descending Darkness the King's Molds at the end. Kill them before they get a chance to do, like, literally anything, you know. Alright, here we go. Probably should be using Crystal Dash to stall in some of these spots, but I'm... Dang it! This first section is probably one of the hardest parts of the entire Path of Pain. just because of how long it is. Dang it. Dashed away too early there. Ooh. I can't believe it didn't let me jump there. Like, I tried to grab the wall and just immediately jump again and it didn't want to let me. This is one of these. Got a crystal dash through here. No! I tried to short hop back up the wall a little bit to get closer to the top, and instead I slid off the bottom before I could jump. Probably one of the easiest parts of Path of Pain. Then I'm pretty sure it's a checkpoint on the left, and the actual continuation of the path is over here. No, I just managed to jump into the ceiling. I don't even know why I jumped there. You don't need to jump here. Shoot. And that's too early. Cool. Yep. This is 100% intentional. Oh my. These are probably some of the dumbest mistakes I've made in Path of Pain ever. Yikes. One of the benefits of longer sections in Path of Pain, I find, is if you're using Hive Blood, you usually just regenerate before you can screw up. But that is not the case here. If I get too low, like I am now, I'm gonna have to start waiting on heals instead of just using my soul that I get from taking damage. There we go. You just gotta throw a couple times. Oh, I should not have gone down yet. I should have waited. Okay, good old checkpoint. I do like how many of these are spread around to significantly reduce your chances of dying, even without Hive Blood and whatnot. Dang it. I thought I'd get height a little faster than I did. Oh yeah, this part. Dang it, I thought it was gonna be there sooner. Whoops. Okay. Just gotta make sure to, whoops, I should have double jumped on that last bit. I forgot the saws slightly outspeed you. Just gotta keep calm and everything will be fine. Maybe. Maybe I'll just keep throwing. Oh my. Maybe I should have at least put on, like, long nail or something. Dang it. A little bit of extra nail length is nice, as much as Mark of Pride can occasionally be a little annoying from the extra length. Okay. Part really isn't that hard. I need to stop throwing. Like, I mean, relative to the rest of Path of Pain, that part's not that bad. Oh my. I might be here a while. But I know I can do this. I've done it a good many times before. I forgot I used my double jump there. Oopsies. I pressed the button too late. Oh my. Apparently I pressed my dash too late again. I think I would have just dashed into the saw if I actually managed to use it anyways, but... I am still very much throwing. I should have dashed later. At least I, like, constantly know where I'm making my mistakes. Okay, that was just weird. I must have accidentally tried to pogo slightly late. Dang it! I keep pressing buttons slightly late, so I just fall into the saws. With how close you have to be to the... Oh my. I am so not used to pogoing in this game with normal nail length anymore, am I? Yikes. Because even with Wanderer Crest and Silksong, the pogo's still a little different, despite the similar nail length. Seriously? I managed to do it from so far away that it threw me into the ceiling? I don't think I've ever done that before. Oh my. I swear I'm timing my pogos on the same timing every time, which should keep a relatively consistent height, at least, without dropping you into the spikes, or saws, I guess. And yet I still occasionally fall into them. Okay, there we go. That's that part, and that opens the shortcut. Even if you do die, you just have to make it through the first part again. And there's only, what, 2 or 3 parts left, I think? This part, which took me forever, and I actually originally needed to rebind my crystal dash button to wall stall better in order to complete it. I think last time I did it, I wall stalled by just wall jumping. Shoot. Yep, I thought that was gonna happen. The timing to get through there is a little tight, and I don't remember it perfectly. But I think I had wall stalled and waited for the saw across here originally. So I'd have done that and then done this. And then I probably should have wall stalled there as well, but you know. Forethought. Or not forethought, afterthought, or hindsight? Yeah, hindsight. There we are. This actually has a hidden one of these in it, which is a little rude because this is a spot that it is good to have one of those. Because it is certainly not the most simple room to clear. I think this might be the longest room in Path of Pain. Either that or the second longest. I don't know, it's top 3 for sure in terms of length of sections. I'm just gonna take the hit here. It's not worth trying to recover that. I don't want to accidentally reset where I was last safely standing. I think between the first section, the last section, and this section, you have your top 3 longest sections in Path of Pain. Though I haven't, like, measured them in terms of how actually long the room is, or timed them to see how long it takes. Dang it, I keep hitting the dash slightly late, so I just fall onto the saw. The crystal dash cancels are a little bit mean. Dang it, because you need to be able to dash at like a perfect spot where you can also double jump right when you clear the saws. And you need to like actually clear the saws without hitting the floor. It's such a tight dash. Much tighter than that one, if I didn't screw that one up too. I guess it's not that much tighter, but it is tighter. Because I think your gap is a little smaller and you have to space it out more precisely as to where you'll land. Dang it! I think I was close that time. Really? You could even see my Monarch Wings trigger there and it still didn't count. Oh, and it just ate my double jump. Pretty consistent issue I have where it just eats, like, I think my space bar on my keyboard might be going because it's not just this game that eats my space bar inputs from time to time. Dang it. Come on, I can get this. I think it's just this room, like I think it's just this section and the last room, and then I'm out. done Path of Pain. Dang it. That last little bit is probably the hardest part for me in the entirety of Path of Pain. So that's probably because it's just the end of a section, so I don't need to go through it as many times. So I've had less need to perfect the motions through it. So it's less muscle memory and more actually figuring it out. Because I think at this point, the reason why Path of Pain isn't that challenging for me anymore is because a large portion of every section at this point is just muscle memory. What? I genuinely don't know what I did there. I think I wasted my double jump somewhere and then missed the wings mold. Realistically, I don't think you even really need the wings molds there. They just... Really? The delay out of doing anything, I do not speak Spanish. I'm sorry. I think that's Spanish? Welcome to the stream anyways. I'm just struggling through one of the last parts of Path of Pain here. No way! The delay on the start of Monarch Wings that it just occasionally has. Oh no, you're welcome here. I just don't speak Spanish, so I can't really reply to whatever you had said. That is why it said welcome to the stream anyways. It was just saying that I don't know what you said, because I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry if it was interpreted a less friendly way. I did not mean any harm by it. Yep, I know I am. This is, I think, my 4th time through Path of Pain. Dang it. Hello! I'm doing pretty good. I'm almost all the way through Path of Pain. This is the part that matters, because if you screw up the end of this, you have to do it all over again. Which I really don't want to do. No! Dang it, I messed up that last photo. I almost made it into the King's Mold room. I need to make sure I'm on full soul when I do that. No, I don't have any special emotes yet. I only just started streaming, I guess started streaming again technically, but a lot of my, like, it's pretty much a re-debut of sorts, so I haven't gotten anything special set up just yet, because I was just kind of streaming mostly for fun at that time, but I'm putting a lot more effort into it now, and I just started it again recently. I did see you sent another message, but I'm trying to focus on getting through here. If you're offering free help, then I'm not gonna turn you down. Otherwise I'm gonna have to politely decline the offer. I am not looking to commission anything at the moment because I have been mostly working on my art myself. That is quite a lot of cool stuff you can make. I am currently working my own banner, so I definitely don't really need that, but again, if you're not offering free help, which I'm guessing you're probably not, then yeah. Free help doesn't really come around, and I don't really need anything commissioned right now. I've just been working on things in the background as it stands. As much as you won't charge much, I really don't need the help at the moment. Yeah, I'm trying to stay as focused as I can while also talking. Dang it. Mistimed that a little bit. I might just need to lock in though and keep quiet until I get through here. You can offer me any offer you want, and I'm not gonna say yes. I don't need anything. Well, for 40 bucks, I'm good. I could make myself a package of infinite for a cost of time. I don't, as I said, you can offer me whatever you want. It's not free. I don't need anything right now. I'm perfectly fine doing it myself. I've been having a lot of fun doing it too. So, I'm sorry if I'm sounding mean or anything here, but I really don't need anything. If you're just here to sell me art for my stream, then I really don't care. If you want to stay and watch, that's fine, but I'm gonna politely ask you to stop trying to offer me your services. No! Dang it. Late dash. Input drops are not fun. Dang it. I knew I should have gone earlier. Forgot to go before the saw arrived rather than when it arrives. Really? I thought the width on the nail was a little wider than that. Whoops. Ooh, hold on. Yeah, whatever. Not a huge deal. I'm trying to make sure I'm at full health, full soul when I enter the King's Mold room. Last thing I want is to get into the King's Mold room and then get destroyed by the King's Molds like I did the first time I completed Path of, well, quote-unquote, completed Path of Pain. Because I made it into that room, had no idea they existed, and got destroyed. It was probably one of the most frustrating things I'd ever dealt with. In the game, anyways. Especially in this game. No! I tried to realign and I couldn't get quite close enough to do a new pogo. was so free. I had it. No! Come on, I know I can do this. Yikes. So close, time and time again. Whoops. That was just a blunder. No way! I should have double jumped first. I forgot how far away that was, even with the pogo. No! I hate when it starts the Monarch Wings animation, but it doesn't actually count the jump. Because then it's clear that it's not that I just didn't hit the button in time, it just dragged me into the spikes before it actually gave me any airtime. Like that, where you could see the wings happen, but I just fall into the spikes anyways. Dang it. What in the world just happened? I just grabbed the wall like 3 times and then fell immediately off of it. Why? Why does it keep eating my jumps? Dang it. I jumped slightly too high. Why am I screwing up on the early parts now? Really? It just keeps not letting me jump. No, I should have gone for the pogo rather than for the double jump. Really? I managed to jump high enough to hit the ceiling? Maybe I usually dash earlier. No shot! I heard the ting and everything, but I must have swung right as I was colliding with the saw. So I didn't get the pogo. No way! I jumped slightly too high. on. Dang it. Ow. That was just weird timing that I reached that at. What? I swear it keeps eating all of my inputs. But maybe it's just a skill issue. It's probably just a skill issue, honestly. This room usually doesn't take me this long, though. Not anymore. No, I suppose it has been a minute. No! I was on a consistent pogo timing, and then I just dropped into the spikes anyways. Not spikes, I guess it was a saw that I dropped into. Okay, I jumped too high and at a bad time. I keep making the same silly mistakes right at the very end. And to think that I had it too, and then I just, I don't know what I was thinking when I did what I did. Bad timing again. Transferring over the second half of this section is always a rather large challenge, because a bunch of timings are really offset, which makes it really easy to screw up the timing from the saw to the spikes. It's a lot harder to stall on the saw than to stall on the spikes. No way! Dang, I thought I could grab the pogo for the double jump back, and then just dash across and double jump. I'm so glad this thing's here at least. It allows me to be a lot less patient through here. Soul refill is really nice. What? This wouldn't be as annoying if it weren't for the fact that I keep hearing things that I tried to use happen. Like, I try to pogo off something, and I hear the nail collide, but I die anyways, or the wings go off, but I don't jump. Ah, I should've knew I wasn't gonna make that. Not quite enough range. Oh boy. I've been here a lot longer than I thought I would be. Very sorry for how long this is taking. I genuinely thought I'd be on my way to the final boss by now. No, I keep waiting until I see the saw stop. I need to stop doing that. Because if the saw stopped, I'm not gonna make it before it goes back. No, I had a double jump and everything, and it went off, and I still fell into the spikes. What? I hate jumping slightly too high and then making the pogo. Okay, I probably shouldn't have pogoed it while it was that high. If this takes too much longer, I might have to finish it up in either a stream that I start again in like... I'll probably just start a new stream in like an hour if this takes too long. Actually, I'll probably need to do that anyways, just out of the fact that I don't think I'll be able to do this and beat the game before I have to go do something. In which I'll start a new stream in like 2 hours and finish everything up. Yeah, I'm too low. God damn it, man! I'm just getting bored of this now. Pretty much the main reason I even decided I was going to do Path of Pain is because I didn't think it would take me as long as it is. And I jumped too high again. Dang it. I genuinely thought I'd be through here in like 30 minutes, tops. But I think I'm at least 45 minutes at this point. If not, closer to an hour. Oh, I did it! We're at the end! And with a surprising amount of health left, too. Okay, so I'm gonna at least go grab the other half of King's Soul and probably go turn it into Void Heart. We'll see from there. I might have to... I'll probably have to end up doing a separate stream for beating the game, but I'm gonna do it later, just later tonight, rather than streaming like tomorrow or something for like a minute. Okay. Back to the same old, more annoying, but overall technically easier White Palace. I can at least switch back to my typical loadout now, which is nice. I shouldn't have to worry about having an optimized loadout for doing the rest of White Palace. Seriously? I always forget how stupid some of the stuff in regular White Palace is. What? Okay. I couldn't have known that was there. Oh, come on! I tried to dash and it didn't want to let me. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Hold on, I think this is easier for the way that I play the game anyways. Yeah, we need to go up there, so actually this is technically the way down. Dang it. Maybe I should have kept Hive Blood on. Just jump directly up there. A little unfortunate. I like how many shortcuts and easier options there are through this part of White Palace, at least. Dang it. I'm starting to think I should have kept my original loadout. Because of that sort of thing. What? I didn't realize the spikes extend out that far. Hold on. Yeah, because that's definitely the easier way to go about it. I really hope this is the end of it. I forget. Because I really need some soul. If it's not... It's not. I need to hit levers and stuff. Hold on. Can I set a dream gate here? No. God darn it. Hope that's properly aligned. It's not. Okay, at this point, you know what? No, I'll just leave the. No, I'm gonna start a new stream in probably like an hour and a half, give or take. An hour, hour and a half. I'm not sure exact. Where I do the last bit of White Palace and then beat the game, because I would really rather just finish it today. But I have to do something for a while, and I don't want to leave you on Be Right Back the whole time. So I guess that's it for now. However, I will be live again in like an hour or an hour and a half, I think. So keep your eyes peeled. Alright, here we are, back where I was before, just like I said, to quickly wrap up the game. Well, hopefully quickly wrap up the game anyways. I don't think it'll take me too long. As much as I have some White Palace left to do. I thought I could go under, but maybe not. I can definitely skip up this way, though. A lot more risky, but a lot faster. Dang it. Rough timing to go up this way regardless of what you do, though. really should put Grub Song back on at the very least. I don't think I can just dash over it like I can the previous one. Pretty confident I had to do what I just did, where I pogoed over. Right here would be a really nice spot for some of the servants or whatever they're called. Dang it, move slightly too far over to the side. Trying to pogo the spikes. But I keep just jumping right into them. Really? Come on. Okay, I don't understand. Slightly too far over. Might be able to just pogo off that like that. Some servants around here somewhere. Gotta be on. No, they're just over on the other side of that door there, but I only have 1 health left. Or 1 more mistake, and then just death. I don't think I lined that up properly. I did, but I doubted myself. Dang it. That time I really wasn't lined up properly. God damn it. Okay, I'm putting Grub Song back on. Like, the parkour in this... Like, I swear there are a lot of parts of Path of Pain that are easier than the rest of White Palace. And now I'm just not used to doing this without Mark of Pride and instead using Long Nail. So that's going to take a second of getting used to. Then I can go all the way over it, okay. And then I can fumble that part. I think at least having Grub Song should be enough, hopefully. I don't particularly want to fully switch out my loadout again. Ooch. I wasn't sure if that was doable or not. Like I'm just finding some better ways through the area regardless. So maybe I didn't quite need Grub Song, but definitely better to have it. Shoot, I forgot you need to cancel early there. Oh, I was lined up. There we are. There. I think that's basically the end of White Palace. No, I could be entirely wrong on that. Dang it. I should have just walked, because I probably could have. Nope, you definitely need to dash that. Okay. That part you can walk. Dang it. This hallway is a timing nightmare. Okay, so that, then that. Yeah, no, you can't just walk through at all. You have to find a gap where you can just get through the whole thing. Dang it, and I dashed while I was standing too close. Of course I did. Because if you dash while you're standing too close, you just get caught by the second set of spikes. And I tried to make sure I wasn't stepping on the right spikes and instead stepped on the left spikes. Really? I got caught by the spikes when they weren't even on screen anymore? Of course the hitbox was still active. Just my luck. I did it again! I'm going too early. Like, I see the spikes go away, I go immediately and get hit by the spikes even though they're not on screen anymore. There we go. Oh, of course. There's more spikes. Oh, there's more spikes that I just didn't see. I thought I... Bro... And you have to go from up here? Oh my god, I'm probably cooked again. What is this timing? Gotta be about the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I swear getting through White Palace is a greater test than Path of Pain at this point. Just because of how much more I've practiced Path of Pain than White Palace. I guess realistically I've done them the same amount of times, but I've put a lot more practice into the major sections of Path of Pain than I have White Palace. Oh my goodness, are we for real? There's more? How long is White Palace? I don't remember it being this long. Climb up that way. I'm on the like super hidden Act 4 where you re-explore Hollow Nest. This is just the original Hollow Knight with a skin put on. I'm going through White Palace right now. He's okay. Damn. Which boss made me rage the most? Like in Silksong or in this game? Because in Silksong, like that title almost 100% goes to Lost Lace. Does Path of Pain count as its own boss? Otherwise, I don't know, I haven't really raged at anything, this playthrough, in terms of bosses. Not that I can recall, anyways. Yeah, I did. Played all the way through Silksong. Finished it on stream just before I started. I guess not quite just before I started this series, but like at most a week earlier, maybe a week and a bit. Dang, I actually have to have this equipped when I go into the void, don't I? Of all time? At the moment, probably Elden Ring. However, that title changes from time to time. There's not a bench down there, so I have to actually put it on up here and then go down. Need to have King's Soul equipped so I can go into Birthplace. Yeah, I haven't played the DLC just yet, but hopefully soon. I might actually stream it once I play through the DLC. From a fresh save, of course. My current plan is that I might stream something on the sometime later on Christmas, because I intend to spend the day with my family. But we'll see. There's a fair chance that the best people will be getting from me on Christmas is just like a upload on my YouTube instead. Actually, no, I am not. The most I'll give away is that I am from Canada. I won't get any more specific than that, though. Navigate the maze that is Birthplace. Oh yeah, I forgot that the siblings down here do double damage. Depends when we want to consider getting it, because I made it myself, and I worked on it for a good long while. Because I started working on this particular version of it a while ago, but it was only finally finished, to my personal liking anyways, not a long time before I came back to streaming a couple months ago. That's more of a hobby than anything, but I'd say so, yeah. I like doing art. Just as I've been doing my own channel art in full. Currently working on a banner. I would like to point out that I do believe your name seems a little familiar. It does say you're a first-time chatter. Hold on a second. Yeah, I have someone by a very similar username to you friended on Discord that I believe came into my chat a while ago. Any relation, perhaps? I wouldn't see a reason for a new Twitch account unless you're up to something nefarious. And otherwise, the identical, well, relatively similar name seems a little suspicious. Gonna respond to that, or are you just gone now? Whatever. I will say that I find it really cool how like you have a very similar to the regular noise of picking up an item plays when you get the Void Heart, but it is a little like distorted essentially. What is my current completion percentage at? 107? Okay, I'm gonna grab Salubra's Blessing. I don't remember if finishing the game counts as a percentage or not. So even if Salubra's Blessing isn't a percentage, I'm just gonna beat the game anyways. And then see if that gets me my last percent. I just thought it was a little strange that you had a different Twitch account. because you were labeled as a first-time chatter. Even though I'm pretty sure you've been in my chat before. Just potentially on under a slightly different username. Which is why I gotta say, it seems like you may have some rather nefarious intentions. Or perhaps I've already been duped. Discord. I had added you on Discord. The exact same thing as I am on here, but without the 2. Yeah, it's literally the same username, I just don't have the 2 at the end. Alright, let's see. Is Saluber's blessing a percentage? I forgot about that animation that plays when you buy it. And a different distortion of the item received. I keep hitting escape instead of I to open my inventory. Okay, so I don't think that's a percentage. I have all my masks, I have all my vessels, I have all my charms. Okay, I think it is just completion then for my last percentage. Like, beating the game. So it would appear that I was correct, that I don't think I will be live particularly long. Because at this point I'm pretty much just going till I beat the game. Because this is just a wrap up from the stream I was doing earlier. for 108%, I did this at a pretty good speed, especially for not going particularly fast. Hello, Hornet. I mean, imposter. Because I'm definitely the real Hornet. Or wait, I need to change this out a bit, because I had my White Palace stuff equipped, or I unequipped some of my stuff to equip some stuff in White Palace, and then I had to put on the King's Soul in order to get Void Heart, and I did not want to go in there short a bunch of charms. As much as I probably could have done both fights with just, I must have had the first time boss thing turned off thing in the quality of life mod that came with the Archipelago mod. I do think I probably could have beaten them both without, like, by just having strength and quick slash equipped, but better to have everything at my disposal. That was rude. Okay, into the Radiance fight, because I'm pretty sure I get all my health back for going through here. Though I think the Radiance fight might start, like, instantly, because they don't have the first fight thing turned on. Or turned off, or I don't remember exactly what it said in the settings, but I thought I'd seen something along those lines in there. Oh no, okay, it does give me the opportunity to challenge. Huge. What am I gonna fight? The sun? Yes, I am fighting the sun. I absolutely loved encountering the Radiance for the first time. It was beyond insane. Really? You're gonna go sit over top of the spikes? How kind of you. Cool. I'm in the, like, phase 1.5, so I can... Ouch. Stay directly under the Radiance. Into phase 2, where the Radiance escapes. This phase usually goes by a lot quicker than phase 1 and phase 1.5 because I don't even have to jump. Yeah, just like that. Ouch. Bruh. There we go. And that's game. Get wrecked, nerd. May not be the Shade Lord, but still. That last little bit of essence is honestly pretty peak. And this cutscene is really cool. turns out that one sibling in the background actually has really similar horns to what I have on my model here. There's more to the side of the head, though. Absolute cinema. Please be 108. When the credits are done rolling, I'm hoping that says 108. And that I didn't just miss something in the 108. If I missed something, I don't know what it was. But I'm guessing the last percentage was just beating the game. If the last percentage is... No, there's no way the last percentage would be Great Prince Out, because the whole point of that is that you don't have to do it, because if you were to do a playthrough where you never saved Zote, you wouldn't be able to fight Great Prince Zote. In the meantime, if my chatter is still here, did you ever find if I was at it or not? Because I still find it rather strange that I'm pretty confident that I've seen someone with a very similar username at the very least in here before, but yet it said you were a new chatter. Because that would mean that that's the first time you have chatted in my channel ever. That response has taken a hot minute. I'm guessing they're either no longer here or just don't want to say anything. Which is just really, really suspicious. I mean, technically they haven't done anything wrong, so I'm not gonna ban them, but it's a little suspicious. Alright, what percentage did I get? Please say 108. If it's not 108, it's 107? What did I miss? I don't know. It's not a huge deal. It's good enough for me. I'm wondering if Grey Prince Zote counts as a percentage just because of the fact that I did save Zote. Otherwise, I genuinely don't know what I missed at all. Because I got all the charms and whatnot. Damn, 12 hours. Not bad. Especially since that's give or take 2.5 hours for an additional 7% over what I did in my Steel Soul. Well, as much as that is a not even 40-minute stream, that is why I wanted to just close out Hollow Knight in a follow-up stream on the same day. Because I didn't want to do a 40-minute stream as one of my streams for the week. So this does not count against anything. I will still be streaming at least once more this week. Very solid potential of multiple additional times this week. Hope people had fun. It's another game under the belt. I I'm not 100% sure what my next game series is going to be. Oh, that's a last minute ban. I thought I was going to get through the solid. I thought I was actually going to get through a day without getting suspicious links. Good old ban evaders sending suspicious links repeatedly. I don't get why they even bother. I'm not gonna click it, and it's clearly oriented towards me going there. And I'm not that dumb. I'm not paying for view bots. Especially since like, nearly 100% sure they don't work. Especially since I'm pretty sure the way that Twitch has set things up is that if you aren't chatting, it doesn't count you as a viewer. I don't remember how often you have to send a chat, like a message in the chat in order for it to count you as a viewer, but I'm pretty sure that if you lurk too long, it just stops counting you as a viewer for some reason, which is really stupid. It's likely to prevent view botting, but I don't know. Surely there's a better way to like solve view bots than heavily penalizing people that just largely have lurkers, because even just because you're not active in chat doesn't mean you're not watching the stream. Heck, I typically lurk if I'm ever watching a stream or something, because like I'm usually just doing something else and watching it in the background or something, because that's a pretty common thing to do, I'm pretty sure. Just because it's nice to have something else on. I'm still a viewer, I'm still watching, but I don't think it would count me, because of course it doesn't, because why would it? Either way, I hope everyone had fun with watching this series. I know I had fun playing it. I'm not 100% sure what my next series is going to be. My next stream, however, is probably going to be on December the 4th, Thursday, when the Night Rain DLC comes out, and I intend to put in a stream on that. I don't know how long the stream will run necessarily, because I mostly just want to kind of check out all the new stuff. Probably run at least a couple runs of it, so we should get at least a couple hours in there. It could end up on the shorter end overall, though, because I don't know exactly how long I'm going to put into it. I could also just end up playing something else afterwards. Wouldn't be the first time I've done that on a stream. But yeah, that's Hollow Knight. Maybe we'll be back for the extra 1% and some pantheons at some point, but I wouldn't count on it. I am in no hurry to do those things. Unless, of course, you guys want that, in which case you'd have to let me know, and I will 100% revisit it if you want to see that at some point or another. But until then, have a great day, and until next time.